the league in here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. What is up, y'all? Back again with a playoff recap. Let's go to last week games that we didn't really recap like that due to a late play. So we're gonna start off from last week down at Green Bay, where the Green Bay Packers faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game was a fight to the finish, where Tampa Bay almost had a chance. They were leading and they lost by a field goal. Um, let's move to Aaron Rodgers, who performed that game with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Again, guys, this is from last week, the games that we didn't recap due to late play. 329 yards, which was good from Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady, who's been struggling this season, man. 21st year, I feel like he needs to go back to New England. They don't really need him now after that blockbusting performance that they had against Kansas City. But Tom Brady, three three interceptions, 2 passing touchdowns. The rushing here, Aaron Jones, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, 18 carries, as well as Jones. Wish they were brothers. I don't know if they are. But 50 yards for Jones, 11 carries. Let's talk about this receiving unit where Funches had 152 yards, which he was carrying most of the load and taking the problems from Don I forgot to say his name. Devontae Adams. He was taking that load off of Devontae Adams, who were most likely getting doubled the whole game. Antonio Brown, comeback season this year, bruh. He performed in his playoff game, but they fell short. 1 touchdown, 91 yards of 3 receptions. Yeah, let's go to this defense, man, where I feel like Darnell Savage, he came in clutch. This is a young talent on this Green Bay team that I feel like they could build off on coming down this week. Um, Mike Edwards with 1 pick. He performed this game. Most of the tackles were coming from David and bunching. This team and the defense was most likely suffocating. Final score 21-24. Love to see it. Um, these games were forced win, but not Green Bay. New England came up with a win against Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs' Buffalo Bills, and the Jaguars surprisingly came up with a win against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Now let's go down to Seattle, where the Carolina Panthers faced the Seattle Seahawks. They lost 24-31. Seattle came up big. 2 of the quarterbacks was not performing this game with 3 picks, 6 picks in total from both of them. But Seattle came up with a big W that moves them on to a round. We expected competition between Christian McCaffrey and as well as Josh Jacobs, but McCaffrey was getting shut down on the ground for most of the part. Josh Jacobs and Chris Carson shared the load, both of them with touchdown each. 10 carries for Carson, 7 for Jacobs. Receiving, Whiteside, who I haven't seen much of this season, most likely came out of the shell, the tight end for Carolina. 133 yards for 5 receptions, 1 touchdown. McCaffrey, where he was struggling on the ground, he got in receiving. 70 yards, 9 receptions for 1 touchdown. Josh Gordon, who's been quarterback 1 this season for the Seattle Seahawks, with 62 receiving yards and 4 receptions. We need a bigger game from this young fella. Dorsett with 1 touchdown. 1 second, guys. And we're back, guys. Sorry. 1 second. Alright, so back where we was, the defense for The team was good. Douglas, 1 interception. Murphy, who came from that Buffalo Bills team, with 1 interception, right? And good performance for the fella. Chen, who is a young talent, 1 interception. I look for him to build on that coming this new season. Kenny Robinson, who had a big game last week with another big game this week. This dude have risen his stock in these year's playoff. KJ Wright and Irvin, who are 2 veterans, with 1 pick each. The total score of this game was 24-31, guys, where the Seahawks took the W. Let's move on to surprisingly, which is breaking news. The New England Patriots has defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 41-22 with no Tom Brady. Yeah, you heard it, guys. No Tom Brady. Surprise, right? Jared Goff with 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But here's the story of the game. Patrick Mahomes did not come to play. 4 passing interceptions, 3 passing touchdowns. Wasn't much from Patrick Mahomes, which we expect this season with him being an MVP. Rushing, Sony Michel, 101 yards. I feel like Sony Michel came to play with 2 rushing touchdowns. He came to play. Patrick Mahomes, 43 rushing yards. Well, he needed more rushing because the secondary back there in New England was fucking him up. Sorry for the language. Tariq Hill was getting shut down the whole game. 2.5 yards per carry for 25 yards. We need more from the young fella. Receiving, Tariq Hill doesn't disappoint. 203 yards for 2 receiving touchdowns. Mecole Hardman, story of the game. We expect more from Mecole Hardman being that wide receiver 2. He had a big season this season. He performed. We expected more from him in the playoffs, especially this being a defending champions. Bird, 78 yards for 3 receptions, 1 touchdown. He performed. Now let's go to the defense, most specifically the Patriots defense. Patriots defense came up big. Duggar, I believe he had a pick 6 in this game. Came up big. The rookie risen his stock. McCourty, big. Gilmore, big. The McCourty brothers came up big. This secondary is, I'm telling you, was great. We're performing on both sides of the floor. This Patriots team, I expect them to win this Super Bowl based on how they played against Buffalo and now the defending champions, which are the Kansas City Chiefs. This team, the defense is the one carrying them, and Sony Michel. Final recap, 41-22, New England. Later on, we will see a game against the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. I expect the Packers to lose this game against the Cowboys based on a good season that the Cowboys have with Ezekiel Elliott back there and Dak Prescott. The Bengals versus the Jaguars, honestly, this is a wild card game. Like, this is a game, not wild card, but this is a game where I really don't know who will win. But if I'll give the slight edge to the Jaguars winning this game. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate the support. Love y'all. Thank you.